Hello out there. I'm Chris Bisha of 360 Degree Sound. I'm on the ground here in Austin for South by Southwest 2024, and I'm joined by Jorra and Niko from the Finnish nu metal band Blind Channel. Thanks a lot for joining me, you guys.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So I read your description as they call you nu metal. You guys seem to refer yourselves as violent pop.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of started as a joke. Like we started the band back in 2013, and about at that time we felt like the nu metal wave had just passed, and it wasn't like trendy at all. But we loved nu metal, and we wanted to do it. And then we did like our first songs, demos. We were sending them to local radio stations, and we needed like a way to describe our music. And we wanted something short and catchy. The nu metal felt like we were late from the wave, and alternative rock, it's just boring. It doesn't really describe your music. Anything could be alternative rock. So we came up with violent pop, and the local radio stations loved it. It's catchy, and we've been using it as a brand ever since.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read where when you guys competed in the Eurovision contest, you painted your middle fingers red because they wouldn't let you flip the middle finger because of the family-oriented nature of the contest. Was that is that sort of a thing that you guys do?
Well, that was a wild time. It's been already 3 years since that happened, and it's like I think the time has passed so quickly that we didn't kind of had time to realize what happened. But yeah, they banned the middle fingers, so we had to figure out something. We're like, well, we're gonna do that. We're gonna paint the middle fingers red, and it worked out pretty well. Like right now we're here touring the world and streaming hundreds of millions on Spotify. So yeah. I guess it was good that we painted them red.
They said we can't show the middle finger, but they didn't say we can't make sure that people can't unsee it. Yeah, it's been a way of doing things since the beginning. It's I think it's very nu metalish to like provoke people. We want to provoke people with our music and our shows, and like that's why we call our music violent pop. That's why we are referred to as Backstreet Boys of the metal scene, because we love to provoke people. Because like we want to make the kind of music and the kind of thing that you either love or you hate. There's no middle ground.
Yeah, no middle ground. We want to go all in, either good or bad. But
that's great. So you're like the subversive boy band.
Well, yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. I mean, we are already almost 30 years old, but I guess Backstreet Boys in their peak they were around 30. So
we still have time.
Boy band.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. They were probably using a lot of makeup in a different way.
Oh yeah. They didn't have this edgy eyeliner Batman thing, but yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So Dark Side was the song that you competed in the Eurovision with, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, because I noticed on Spotify like 17 million spins. Is that sort of your that's your big hit?
Yeah, Dark Side. A lot of things changed. Like after Dark Side, we made Dark Side during the COVID times. It was a dark time in the world, and for us as a band as well. Like we have been preparing. We have been making our third album for 2 years. We have been building this momentum for like 7 years, and then everything was canceled. Our tours, our shows, all the possibilities were taken away from us. And we kind of wrote a song about all that frustration and the feeling that you just want to put your middle fingers up in the air and scream. And then the Eurovision idea came around the same time, because that was the only way to like take our music to the people, to the audiences. And we did that, and it turned out that a lot of people in the world were feeling the same way. They wanted to show their middle fingers and scream, and I think that's why we were placed 6th in the Eurovision, and the Dark Side became a huge hit in Finland and in whole Europe. It was even played in radio in the States. So a lot of things changed. Dark Side made many things possible for us. Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, it really seems to connect with a deep gut sort of emotion that people have. But your new record is Exit Emotion, correct?
Exit Emotions.
Yeah, Exit Emotion. So how have you guys sort of evolved since Dark Side then with the new stuff?
I guess with Dark Side we were more like this pop rock boy band in Europe, like everyone knew us from the Eurovision. But now with Exit Emotions and with the single Dead Song, we went to Billboard in America. we got these big tours with POD coming in May, and we have a huge headline tour in Europe. So, and also we're featured on Kerrang, Rock Sound, Metal Hammer. Like we are a real metal band right now. We're not the pop rock boy band anymore. I mean, we are a boy band still, but we are a real metal band, like in the metal way, like in the metal alternative scene, and that means a lot. Like that was the change we wanted to make from the lifestyles of the Sick and Dangerous, where Dark Side is included. We wanted to go into the metal world, like full on. And right now the direction is the right. We're going to play the biggest metal festivals in America and also probably in Europe. So yeah.
I think like the Exit Emotions albums took us a bit closer to our influences, like American bands mostly, Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, Korn. We were kind of with Lifestyles of the Sick and Dangerous. We were a bit lost in the mainstream world, and now we're kind of keeping it real, or keeping it surreal, like we call it. Getting back to the roots of the music we always wanted to make, and it really feels cool. Like if Lifestyles of the Sick and Dangerous was the shiny new car, and Dark Side, this Exit Emotions album, it's an American monster truck. Yeah, that's how it feels.
Great, we crush into buses and that sort of thing.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, right on. So you mentioned Linkin Park and you mentioned Korn. Are there some other metal bands that you guys like to associate yourselves with?
I guess those nu metal legends are the main influence, but for sure Bring the Horizon, Nothing But Thieves, and the Shikari, that kind of more modern bands are influencing as well. But we like to say that the early 2000s music, the pop and metal, has a lot of influence for us, because right now the Y2K is trending a lot in the fashion and the music and movies and everything. So we kind of feel that we have a momentum right now with the retro Y2K thing as well. Mm-hmm.
Great. And have you done some touring in the States?
Yeah, we've done 3 tours already. The first one was back in 2022. We toured with From Ashes to New. We became great friends with them. They're an awesome band. Then we did a tour with Lacuna Coil, and then we did a tour with the HU, the Mongolian band. That was a crazy tour as well.
That sounds awesome. I've never heard of them. Yeah, check that out.
You gotta check that. They're doing throat singing and stuff. It's crazy. Those guys are insane. And then May we're coming back to the States to tour with POD. We're gonna be here a lot. You can't get rid of us anymore.
Okay. Well, it's great that you got here for South by Southwest. Is this your first time here?
Yeah. It's the first time, and we've been asked to be here many times, but unfortunately we didn't have any time before. But now we had a good slot before the European run to kind of warm up for the European headline tour and play here for the showcase people and industry people, and that means a lot. Hopefully there's going to be some fans. I have no idea. We just came here to kind of have the little warm-up and rehearsal for the European run, but it's going to be great, I guess. Yeah,
great. So your set's tonight at Speakeasy.
Yeah,
we're going to be there. Looking forward to that.
Awesome.
So you haven't played. This will be your first set.
Yeah, there are like many songs in the set from the Exit Emotions album, and we're playing them live for the first time. So we're super excited to see how they really work, because like this Exit Emotions is our first album we've approached from a live perspective. So these songs were written when we made the first demos, the first riffs. We were already like picturing the live shows in our minds. So now we finally get to do that. So it's gonna be awesome.
That's cool. Did you record live at all for the record?
No, actually, I mean drums, guitars for sure. They were played like live instruments, but it's not a live album. It's a studio album, but we wrote the songs from the perspective to like think about when you're on the stage and how would audience react to the songs. So that was the main perspective for the songs.
Once you see our show, you'll understand why it's risky for us to do a live recording, because anything can happen at a Blind Channel show.
All right. Yeah, tell us a little bit about what we can expect from a Blind Channel live show.
It's gonna be energetic. It's gonna be intensive. And if there are any sort of like tables or anything like that, we're gonna be jumping on top of them, and it's gonna be just crazy. Let's see what happens. Depends on the venue a lot. We haven't seen the venue yet, but we'll usually just look around the venue, the place, and like I could hang over there or I could jump over there, like that kind of stuff. Let's see what happens.
All right. So it sounds like almost like a Cirque du Soleil metal show.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
All right. Well, cool. We really appreciate you, Niko and Jorra from Blind Channel. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing your set tonight. And will you be playing any other shows this week?
Actually, next week we're starting the tour from Germany, so not before that.
So you're just doing the set tonight, and then you guys are back to Europe for the European tour.
Yeah.
Right on. Cool. Oh, I really appreciate it, and good luck tonight. We look forward to jamming with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
See you there.
Thanks a
Awesome.
lot.
Yeah.